1991 model Notch Mustang. It's based out of Tennessee. It has been in the sixes before. He did not complete the run yesterday, so he's going to try to lay a number down right here and get into the top field. Sparks on the left, Ho on the right. Tree fires. The Notch Mustang does a double wheelie. He manages to hang on to it. He pedals it beautifully, and he'll lay it down the left side to go 677 at 202 after getting out of it on the wheelie. That will cost him some ET, but Sparks just lays down a good number, and he is now in the number 3 spot. A 1089 at 101 after Ho literally barbecues the tires off the starting line. Boyd Bombera, Tyree Smith will come up next. Bombera out of Sealy, Texas, right-hand side, the 2018 model Mustang with a little bit of carbon fibre on board. You see the doors and the hood. He wants to take some of the weight off of the S550 chassis. He calls that car Martha. 736 at 157, getting out of the gas early, but it still has him in the top 16. He is in the number 5 spot currently. He'll line up with the engine builder in the 3rd gen Camaro, based out of Tennessee, left side, Tyree Smith. He runs the shop called Tech. He was here last year in his supercharged high 6-second Chevy Nova. This year, he's bringing out the car he calls Amtrak. It's a 1987 model Camaro. The turbocharged is right, and both of them are in and ready. Mustang has problems, and Tyree, nice and straight, clean down left-hand side, and he will light the boards at 735 at only 160. That moves him right up into the number 5 spot and knocks Martha, Boyd Bombera's Mustang, down to the number 6 spot after he coasts to a 10:06 pass. That'll bring up our next pair of Mustangs. Former winner right here at TX2K. In the red Mustang on the right-hand side, that's Marlon Istrek. Marlon out of Louisiana on the right-hand side. The 1988 model Notch Mustang. Yesterday laid down and 928 at only 89 miles an hour. He did not make a full pull. So he currently sits in the number 3 field. Letitia Hughes, left-hand side. Rick, Letitia, and Abby Hughes, the family making their way here from Kentucky. The 2018 model Mustang. This was Rick's car at one point. Letitia drove it when it ran in the 10s all motor, and Rick was looking for another car at that point. They have been in the mid-7s before this race, but have not made a run down the racetrack yet. Letitia trying to change that here after doing a bunch of work in the first couple of days here. Hopefully the car will make a solid run here, and it looks good so far. Marlon staying right alongside of her. Letitia pulls out in front, and she'll go 751 at 187 in the Mustang. 758 at 183 right alongside. A side-by-side 7.5 second run between a pair of Mustangs, and Letitia goes to the number 7 spot. Marlon will join her in number 8. Now the bump spot for the top 16, a 797. How about, folks, a pair of Chevy love trucks? You do not see one of them very often, let alone 2. Daniel Burks and Robert Robinson. Robinson left side is the Turbo Love, the 1980 model truck out of Louisiana. 844 has him qualified in the 2nd field. Daniel Burks, this is the husband of Tammy Burks that we saw yesterday, lay down a 770. Burks is currently in the top 16 with a 770 run in his unlovable No Love 74 truck. Side-by-side love trucks. Daniel out front, but he'll take his foot out of it, and both of them go 817. 817 to 161. Left side is an improvement for Robinson. Moves him up into the number 20 spot. Daniel Burks will stay on the 770 he ran yesterday in the number 12 spot. By the way, in case you need an icebreaker, Love in the Love truck, standing for Light Utility Vehicle. That's what it stands for. Now we'll go to a pair of modern muscle cars, the Mustang and the Challenger. Guillermo Suarez comes up left side out of Land O'Lakes, Florida. And Brian Luna, based right here in Texas. Luna, yesterday, did not make the run he wanted in his 2017 model S550 chassis Mustang he calls Bluebeam. It has all the power to lay down something serious on the right side of the racetrack. He'll stage up with Suarez on the left side. Suarez driving the Florida-based 2010 model Challenger. He qualified yesterday with an 835 and only 114 miles an hour. So obviously the Challenger has a lot left in the tank. He could run in the 7th, but for right now, he's sitting in the second field. Both of them staged and ready. Off the starting line they go. 122 and 124 60 foots. Mopar is out of it. Mustang will go to the top end and go 750 with a 4. 179 miles an hour for Bluebeam. And that'll move Bluebeam up into the number 7 spot. And now the bump spot has become a 790 in the top field. 1207 as Guillermo Suarez just coasts through the finish line. And it looks like he is still rolling slowly and makes the first turnoff. There's obviously something going wrong on his ride, so he will go back to the pit area and stay in the number 23 spot. Here comes your next pair of cars, Eddie Lopez and Clayton Garrell. Clayton on the right-hand side, the Juniper, Florida-based Mustang in the number 1 qualifying spot. Ken Dionis and the Palm Beach Dyno crew in the car known as Another 5, the 2015 Ford Mustang S550 chassis car. 668 at 217 has that car in the number 1 spot over Jim Braun by less than 200ths of a second. Hero, right side, will line up here against Eddie Lopez. Lopez in the 1995 Nissan 240 is qualified at 728, 187. So both these cars are already solidly in the first field. Will either one of them improve here in the afternoon? They both get after it. 114 to the 60-foot left side, 117 on the right. Chute comes out early. 684 at 199 for the Nissan. As they will join the 6-second club now, 4 cars in the 6s. And Eddie Lopez, the newest to join. He's in the number 4 spot. 720 at only 145 as Guerrero got all the numbers he needed by running it to the 8th mile and shutting her down. Ginny Chamdy and Barry Gomez come up next. Gomez wheeling the Mustang he calls Johnny Cash left-hand side out of Colorado. Did not make a good pass yesterday, so he's looking to improve against GD on the right-hand side, the Florida-based 2018 Mustang he calls Redra. And he did not make a run yesterday either, so both these cars looking to get on the sheet. Attention in the staging lanes and attention on the racetrack. I need all streetcar drivers back to your cars. We have several cars missing their drivers. All streetcar drivers back to your cars immediately. All streetcar drivers back to your cars immediately. So Gomez and Chandy on the right. They are both getting bumped in and ready. Tree fires and the Vera Mustangs trying to make moves. Left side smokes the tires. GD getting close to that center line, but will hang on. 728 at 198 miles an hour with both chutes out. And that'll move him up into the number 5 spot. The top 16, all 6s and 7s now with the bump spot at 787. $11.96 at 137 after the initial tire spin. Gomez will cut his time in half from yesterday, but it is still nowhere near where he wants to be. We'll have to wait for tomorrow to come back and try again in session number 3. Cody Phillips. You heard Peter talk about this car a little bit yesterday, a longtime Texas 2K runner. He'll line up with Fernando Hernandez in this matchup. So Cody Phillips left side, the Utah-based 94 Mark IV Supra. Went 769 at 188 yesterday, so is already solidly qualified. Line up next to Fernando Hernandez. The New Mexico-based Camaro, 790 is what he ran yesterday. Also solidly qualified. Both of them get him into the beams in time, and Cody Phillips knocks the tires loose immediately. Hernandez down the right side, we'll go 784, 188 miles an hour with both chutes out. That knocks about 600ths off his time from yesterday. And we'll move him into the number 16 spot, knocking Chad Cates, last year's winner, down to number 17. Cody Phillips spins the tires and will stay on the 769 and in the number 13 spot from yesterday. Attention in the pits by stick shift category. Stick shift, listen up, please. We'll take stick shift 749 and quicker to lanes 3 and 4, please. 749 and quicker will take you to lanes 3 and 4. 750 and slower stick shift cars. 750 and slower stick shift cars, I'll take you to lanes 5 and 6. Buck Lemoyne and Jimmy Dale coming up next. A little Supra versus Mustang action. Nitrous versus Turbo on the starting line. Buck is out of Louisiana, the 94 blue Supra right side. Did not make a pass yesterday, so he will try to get on the sheet right here. Jimmy Dale, left-hand side. Man along with Michael Poland responsible for Little Gangstas. You see Poland backing him up. Jimmy Dale behind the wheel of 50 Shades of Brown on the left side of the racetrack, based right here in Texas. At 838 at 156 for the nitrous-fed Mustang. As he is currently qualified in the second field. Watch for Jimmy Dale on the reaction time. He stays after that one. Jimmy Dale is in. Buck coming up on boost. They are both in. And Jimmy Dale gets the reaction time advantage, but Buck already by him and headed for the finish line. The Supra will go 702 at 201 miles an hour. That moves Buck all the way up into the number 5 spot. And Jimmy Dale takes his foot out of it early, saves some nitrous for the dental offices to go 895. So now Turbo Tammy Burks in the number 16 spot. She's on the bump for the top field. Joe Bolin and Logan Day coming up next. Joel in the BMW left side. Logan in the Mustang on the right-hand side. Joel is based right here in Texas, Kingwood to be exact. The 2012 BMW 335 IS that he calls Dark Matter. 766 at 187 has Joel in the number 12 spot currently, so he's in the first field. He'll line up with Logan Day. Logan ran at 845 yesterday. That puts him into the third field after some shuffling at this point. Logan and his father, Terry Day, usually go racing together. This is his former high school daily driver, a 2021 model Ford Mustang. Logan got a little bit carried away with it. The car has done a little bit of everything from running the 850 classes to Little Gangstas 530, and now with a new fuel tech system on board and a Whipple supercharger underneath the hood to provide the boost. Logan also likes to chop down the Christmas tree on reaction times. He leaves first. Joel Mullen trying to play catch up and will do so. 769, 178, right in line with his 766 he ran yesterday. Logan runs into half track and lifts and goes 861 and only 114 for speed. Attention in the bits, attention in the bits. Once again, I need my stick shift category cars. Stick shift. 749 and quicker, digital lanes 3 and 4, stick shift. 750 and slower lanes 5 and 6, please. So our next pair, Chad Smith, comes up right-hand side. Carlisle, Ohio-based Ford Mustang. It's an S197 chassis. Seth Neighbor comes up left-hand side, the Michigan-based Mark IV Supra. He calls it the Camel. Currently does not have the run he wants at a 16-second pass. Smith is solidly qualified at 8:37. And Neighbor rolls through the beam, so he will not get an elapsed time. Chad Smith, sounds like he runs it to about half track and clicks it early, and he will coast his car through to a 10:23. Folks, normally when you run the cars to half track and click them early, it means that you like your current ET that you're qualified with. So again, normally when people run cars to the 8th mile and click them early, it means they like the ET that they're currently qualified with. They don't want to change that, but they'll take the data from the run. So they'll run it to half track, click them early, get some numbers. Kind of gives them an idea on what the car is going to do based on the tune-up and the track conditions. Mark Brown, Nelson Pupo come up next. The car known as Heathen, the 2017 model Mustang for Nelson out of Florida, left side. 767 at 149 has him in the number 13 spot. He's in the top field currently. Stage up here against Mark Brown, Texas native, in the car known as the Sinister SS, the Camaro. On the Jake side, 854 has him in the third field currently. The Mustang makes the move first. Looks like he's going to make a full pass. He goes 745 at 186, improving by about 0.2 of a second. Right side goes 847 at 160, and both drivers improve. Nelson will go from number 13 up to number 9. 847 at 160 will put Mark Brown solidly into the third field. Again, we qualify 4 fields of cars, 16 each. Total of 64 spots available. Now, Chris Bailey and Stan Allen. So Chris Bailey out of Texas left side, the car known as most needed, the 2018 Demon. Stan Allen driving the Hatch Mustang. And Bailey leaves before the tree is activated, so he will not get an elapsed time. Allen getting an improve on an 863. He will indeed. He goes 826 at 165. That'll move him up into the second field. Chris Bailey will go into qualifier number 3 tomorrow, still on the outside looking in with a 1489 time slip. How about the yellow full-size Jeep Trackhawk coming up next on the right side of the racetrack? With the twin parachutes up on the window glass, the G-Hawk coming up on the right-hand side of the racetrack in our next matchup, as we look like we might have a car still at the top end of the racetrack, so we are currently on hold as we see the red lights on. They are waiting on them to get off the top end of the racetrack. And red lights have been turned off, so we're ready to go one more time. Actually, it looks like they still have somebody at the top end. And now we have the all clear. Joseph Cortez left-hand side, and Gary Hemlick. Helmick on the right side out of Maryland. Cortez out of Arizona, left side, and Cortez does not get staged in time, so the G-Hawk will get a single shot. Did not make a run yesterday, and we'll roll it through the top end to go 868 at 140, getting out of the gas early. So Gary will get on the sheet into the number 3 field. Cortez did not make a run yesterday, did not get the car staged in time, so unfortunately the Corvette will go into tomorrow, still not qualified. That brings up our next pair. The GMC on the right and the Chevrolet Corvette on the left. Nick Desjardins comes up left side, and Alexander Esparza on the right side. Nick is out of Arizona in the 2009 model Chevrolet Corvette. He has not made a pass yet, so he's trying to get on the sheet here. The California-based GMC Sierra, known as the Little Red Dragon, will come up on the right-hand side. Alexander has already had to thrash to get his engine back together. Staging it here for the second qualifier, looking to improve on a 935. Comes off the starting line with authority, 118 to the 60-foot. Looks like he'll set it down just past the 8 mile and go 795 for the truck, 799 for the Corvette, 174 for the Corvette, only 130 for the GMC. That'll put Alexander in the number 19 spot. Nick will go into the number 22 spot. If you want to qualify in the top 22, you need to run quicker than 8 flat in order to get there. As once again, the streetcar class is becoming a tough playground. Danny Butler and Frank D. Esposito. Esposito left-hand side out of Arizona, driving the car known as Jarvis. The Chevy Corvette on the left-hand side. The Camaro on the right-hand side. The Gaps Camaro for Danny Butler. As he spins the tires, and the Corvette sounds like he might have had drivetrain trouble, since you heard it just wing the engine way up in RPM. Doing what he should, though, pulls over to the side and shuts it off, and we appreciate that. Danny Butler will not improve on the 862 he ran yesterday. He'll coast through to a 15-second pass. And left-hand side, Frank D. Esposito will have to wait for another chance to get his car on the sheet, and it looks like we're going to have to push the Arizona-based Corvette back, as it looks like he may have lost all forward motion, as the car obviously zinged the motor up, as either lost a converter, a transmission, or possibly both, as we go on hold here for just a quick minute. Once again, my stick shift category, I need you now, stick cars. 749 and quicker, I need you lanes 3 and 4. 749 and quicker, stick shift cars. I need you to lanes 3 and 4, please. I need stick shift 750 and slower to lanes 5 and 6. 750 and slower. Need you to lanes 5 and 6, please.
Today's my birthday.
Bless you, man. Happy birthday, man.
Thank you.
Everything's all right?
No,
There's something? Can't be with you right here, man.
you don't know me though.
Hey, you don't care, bro. You need more than we leaving right now. We need.
So Thomas,
hold it.
check.
What's your name?
The
Hi.
slow 3-valver. Yep, he wanted to make sure that I knew that this car still packs the 3-valve motor in it. A lot of people immediately take a swap to that and either put a late model Coyote in it or possibly a different engine, but Tom is still rocking the 3-valver. 870 is what he ran yesterday. 156 miles an hour. He'll get a single shot here. And it looks like it shattered the tire, so he will not improve on the 870 time slip he handed in yesterday. It has him qualified. He didn't get a chance to improve there. He'll go through to a 13-second time slip. That brings up our next pair. Shane Garcia and Lou Icapetti. Lou making the trip in his Grand National from Bradenton, Florida. Yeah, there's a racetrack down there.
That's mommy.
He went 980 at 101 yesterday on an early shutoff
Mommy's
run.
here.
He's lining up with Shane Garcia based right here in Texas. The 89 model Mustang
Mommy's
hatch
here.
went 859 yesterday, so both drivers looking to improve here.
Mommy's here.
Both of them come up the starting line clean, just 100th of a second apart on the 60 foots. Shane
Look
putting
at
together
Mommy.
the slightly better run. Shane will go
Mommy's
845 at 144,
Look at
improving
Mommy.
slightly by about
Right
a tenth
here.
and a half.
Over here,
938
stupid.
at
Hey.
109 for Lou.
Hey.